Being musicians, what kind of venues do you like to play at most?
Well, we play at different places. I like to play at farmers markets a lot. Tonight we're at the Booksellers in Laurelwood, so we like to do those kind of things. But he does a lot of other venues.
I play in some different restaurants around town, like the Cove, and with her at East Tapas, where she plays regularly. And then we both do a lot of private events too, which is nice. So there, a lot of different size rooms, but also it's a good built-in crowd. Everyone's in a good mood when they're coming to a free party.
Yeah.
Yesterday in our study group, we were discussing about if there were more community centers in more, say, low-income neighborhoods, and we were talking about musicians and people volunteering to teach music and for more music educations in communities for kids or even adults who don't have the resources or anything such as that. And then we were talking about pay. So would you rather be a volunteer or would you rather get paid every 2 or 3 months or so?
Well, we are both teachers. We teach guitar, and I teach voice too. And so, yes, that is our job, and we love that. But I would also love to volunteer some of my time for that. I think for those kind of things, it's even better if they're funded through, if someone, grants, if you find grants. And that way, everyone, doesn't have to get paid a lot, but even just to give someone something, even to give the kids something, like if they got an instrument or something out of it,
Especially for people who do it professionally, it's hard to turn down paid work. We do like to volunteer.
And we love volunteering. This is a volunteer
today,
thing for us. So, yeah, we have to balance it.
It is a little easier, I think, when there's something, like you said, just a stipend or some sort of funding. That way you can schedule it and other things don't have to interfere with it.
As teachers, how do you feel, I know a while back, a lot of the Memphis leaders were talking about cutting some of the music programs. How do you feel about that, being music teachers?
I think it's terrible. I think music is very important for kids. It teaches them discipline. It helps their brains function. It also gives them an outlet, an emotional outlet if they have tough things that happen in their lives to do something positive. And so, I think they should not do that at all.
Do you believe that music has, or at least as a segue to a kid's future, if they have that, like you said, as an outlet, do you believe that they would do better success-wise in the future?
Absolutely. All the way, because it does teach you discipline. You have to practice, but you get a reward, which is beautiful music, positive teachers, and people reinforcing you, saying you sound good. It just brings confidence.
Sure.
And it teaches discipline. So.
Well, and it could be a stepping stone to a career, or even if not, if they're, people who have music, especially training, that can help them in other areas of life. So I think it's definitely important.
We know a lot of doctors that are jazz guitar players, So it's it goes hand in hand, almost. So.
Well, what do you guys think, as your musicians are, do you have a lot of opportunities here in Memphis? A lot of
Definitely.
gigs?
Absolutely. You have to make them.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. They're there if you make them, or if you search and look out of the normal outlets. But absolutely, you got to work hard.
Life is what you make it.
Life is what you make it.
Do you feel as if connections play a big part into playing at venues?
I think they're everything. I mean, we both know from experience, you can try to contact, so many different places, but unless you really know someone or get some first-hand contacts, then it is a little more difficult.
And that comes with time.
Sure.
He's been playing for 15 years around Memphis, and I've been here for 8 years. And so, over time,
All right. Well, thank you. Any more questions?
How do you guys think music education could be improved in the school system?
That's a good question. I think it could be expanded. I mean, there's obviously, band programs. There have been string programs, which I know have been cut back a little bit, but even just, I know choir is a big thing too, but I think there's so many other options that could be explored. Individual private lessons should be a part of the school curriculum too, I think. Maybe some schools do that, but I think that's just as important as the ensemble and band groups.
All right,
Well, thank you guys for your time.
Thank you.